All right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Slow Markets. As always, in the YouTube chat, there's our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that we go and talk about is for educational purposes only. You know the drill. As always, Mondays and Wednesdays, Coach Jay, my man, my left, your right, I believe, is what it is.
What's up, everybody?
How are you? How are you, Jay?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. How are you?
Good. It's been a long weekend. Good weekend. We watched, I'm going to be saying this. I'm going to be saying it. A 41-year-old man lead a team to victory. Absolutely wild. Absolutely.
Insane. I don't know how you question whether or not that's GOAT status, but it is.
41 years old. I was watching it in a group, and some guy, you could tell, some guy just had a bet against the Lakers, and in the fourth quarter when he hit that just three-pointer just at the top of the key, he just got so pissed off. It's just gotta love it.
Hard to bet against the best.
Yeah. But anyway, besides that, how are you looking at these markets? We were hitting all-time highs Friday. We had the political, the war, talking about is the Strait open, is it not? Is there peace talks? Are we in a ceasefire? Are we not? A lot of headlines happened over the weekend. We got some selling pressure. We had a nice gap down. And what are you looking at tonight, Coach Jay? Switch it to your charts.
What I'm looking at tonight, not a whole lot right now. Not a whole lot going on. Of course, there's the back and forth from the news. We had the gap down, the Sunday gap down, which two weeks in a row now, we have a Sunday gap down and it's filled that same trading day. Mm-hmm. We'll see. The deadline is Wednesday for ceasefire talks. So we'll see what happens through there. But honestly, it just feels like range-bound markets until something happens. And it's hard to say range-bound markets when you look at the equities, and we've been rallying. But this is today's price action, Monday's price action was the first inside day we've had really in a long time. So we'll see what tonight brings. I'm looking at, for the session, I'm looking at Friday's low.
Okay.
Which was 26,440. As long as that holds, we haven't taken out a prior day's low in about 6-7 trading days. So as long as that holds, we're good. But I don't know how directional we continue to get if we don't get some clarity on what's going on here in the Middle East.
26,440, you said?
440. Yeah, 26,440 is okay. Friday's low.
Okay. Yeah, we're well above it. And
yep.
I tell you what, I tell you that this morning during fast markets, I struggled. I took a loss today in the personal account. I took a loss today in those XFAs. And it was just an ugly mess. And I look back and be like, oh, look, I was right. It's just early. Just early.
That was me for gold. Man, I bought gold last night. There was a 40-point sell-off in 20 seconds, and then the market rallied and never made another low from that point. I was not wrong. I was just early. But
exactly.
My P&L doesn't show that. The money I lost was real. So timing and location definitely matter here for day trades. But we'll see what tonight brings.
Fair enough. Same for me, man. Same for me. I'm going to switch. I'll go over those trades. I tell everybody, if we get to 700 likes tonight, I'll go over those trades, the trades I lost, the mistakes I made today, and maybe we could talk about them. But we got to get to 700 likes. Braden, my man, looking for him to join me on Tuesday. I know me, you, and Braden, maybe we could have more of a conversation to see what it would look like to get all three of us on, because I know you join me Mondays and Wednesdays. Maybe there's a world where you join me Mondays and Tuesdays, or Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I don't know. There's a world where we could do more. Maybe adjust the schedules around, up to you, up to Braden, and of course, it's up to the audience if we could continually get to those 700 likes. and get the demand that we need to do so. But yeah, those losses, man. Losses hurt. I'm going to switch to my charts. And if we get to 700 likes tonight, I will go over those. It sucks, man. It sucks to go over losses on air. Like, you think it gets better over time because it's just part of it. But no, it does not.
Are they trades you would have taken again? We can go over that when we get to the 700 likes and go over those. But are they trades you would have taken again?
Yeah. I think we could just go over it. I would say maybe. It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
Because shout out to Braden. He was on with Dolby and I earlier today. And he was obviously on his cruise and he was getting back at his desk for the first time. He took a gold trade and he was just like, all right, that might have been the worst trade I've ever taken. And, sometimes it's okay to admit that, like, hey, I just probably did something that I wasn't supposed to do, right? Because the next time that opportunity comes up, then you avoid even taking the trade to begin with. But if it was, a measured trade, I would do it again. And it just happened to be a loser, then, different story there. But it's always interesting to kind of look at it that way.
Exactly. Mattban says, demanding likes is stupid. Just do your stream, teach us and help us learn or not. Well, guess what, Matt? We do teach and we do learn. And guess what? It's free. It's absolutely free. It is, man. It's freemium over here. And you tune in, you get this information for free. And all it costs you is your time. And the one thing that I've only ever asked for is support. That's what it is. And that's how the community can show support, is through likes. And so, be as you will. You don't even have to watch. That's the nice thing about it, is you can tune in. You can watch this on replay because it's recorded. And so with that being said, I'm on the daily chart here in the NASDAQ, Coach Jay, and I still don't see a red day. I still do not see a red day. Like,
because there isn't one.
There isn't. We had a gap down, so we're technically finished lower than where we finished on Friday. But because of that gap down, the candle's just not red. The candles are just not red. I look at this. I look at the daily, and we are showing some resistance here at this 26,700, 26,800. That's where this contract was trading at back in October. So the end of October, that's where this contract was trading at. And we're making some resistance there. We do have a level of maybe some support and resistance around, 26,500. This is hard. It's and if you haven't traded near all-time highs before, or you haven't traded at all-time highs before, you know that it can be hard for technical traders looking, because you don't have any reference points. You can't look to the left and say, oh, guess what? We got reference from this date or last week or yesterday. It's just we keep making all-time highs and we don't have a lot of reference points. And that's about where we are at in this NASDAQ. And we look at even the most recent, and we've blown through all of the resistance. We've blown through it. It's just green straight up. I mean, count the days. We had that 23,000. We're now at 26,800. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 16. We're going on 16 days, and 15 of them have been green. Absolutely wild. It's not just a little bit green, right?
And one of them was not a full trading session.
Correct.
The one red day in there was not a full trading session.
Okay, I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, it was a Friday. Yeah, okay.
That was Good Friday.
We've had streaks like this before, right? I mean, we've had some decent winning streaks. Like, look back at September, but this one stands out to me of how big these days are. How big these days are, because usually it's like a 0.5% here. I mean, 100 points up, 100 points down. This is a few, right? These are big moves here in the equities, and we're continuing to push up. I have a hard time getting long, just because we're waiting for that pullback. A headline could hit. I have a hard time getting short, and so I think maybe leaning towards more of just scalping, see money, take money, is going to be more of my strategy going into this next week or so, until we get some better market structure. I know, like you said, you're looking at Friday's lows. We held this level of support at this 26,600s, and we filled the gap. We're bumping up against the highs already. So the question is, do we just break through this, get come back and retest Friday's highs, which is 26,870s, or do we kind of consolidate and maybe we are in a holding pattern? And this could be a situation where we look to sell up near these highs and buy down near these lows. It's harder to sell up to the highs because this is the all-time highs in these equities. Very difficult market. Are you seeing anything tonight? I mean, we did just have like the last 8 hours just straight up.
Yeah. Right now, I'm seeing a little bit of consolidation. If we look at let's take a look at the first 30-minute opening range from tonight. We are in the middle of that range, price and volume in the middle of that range as well. We're getting up to the upper extreme of it. We did just make a new high. Make sure that's the right candle. Yep. Did just make a new, actually we didn't make a new high. We're getting ready to test the high of that 30-minute candle, but VWAP is a flat line. So right now I'm seeing a range-bound market, if anything. So I'm going to be patient here. I'm going to be patient. What got me yesterday was seeing what was happening in gold, seeing the sell-off, and I told myself this market is probably going to sell off before it rallies, and I bought it before that. So I'm going to try to be very patient today. But right now what I'm seeing is a range-bound market up near 26,820s. That's the upper extreme of that 30-minute candle. We have price getting ready to test it here, but if volume doesn't leave that range, then I'm expecting it to kind of fall right back into the middle of it.
Okay. I like that. Man, we are at the highs of the New York session already here in the NASDAQ. Here is the best trade of the day. I didn't take it. It happened before my eyes, and this is after I took my loss. This 3-bar reversal, Jay, on the NASDAQ, that happened this morning, and I'm going to highlight that here, was just a thing of beauty. And this had to have been one that you trade what you see, not what you think, because this is when the headlines were coming out. And when you're listening to headlines go off in the middle of your trading, you hear, not looking to extend the ceasefire, this and this. And then, fear, panic steps in. You're like, oh man, there's sellings coming in. We could keep going. Because that was a little bit what was on my mind. I'm like, oh, we're going to go hit these session lows. We're going to sell off and maybe test, the lows around 26,500, which we very well could have. Then this 3-bar reversal happens. I didn't take it because that's what I was doing. I was on there. These headlines were coming off. I'm like, you know what? Seems very bearish. We've been rallying for weeks, and so we could have a deeper pullback. Sure enough, that 3-bar was just absolutely beautiful. That was the low of the day, and we rallied, and here we are, about 300 points, almost 300 points higher. So I'm sure there's traders who caught that, and this is a beautiful example of just trade what you see, not what you think.
Trade what's in front of you. Trade
Yeah.
what is in front of you. It is so easy to get caught up in the headlines, and maybe it is important to know when things are coming out, or you hear a headline and you want to say that could affect the markets. I honestly could probably count on one hand how many times something I thought should happen from a headline actually happened. Right, on an immediate headline. It's just like the charts are going to do whatever the charts do, right? The markets are the collective opinions of all of us, some with bigger pockets than others. And my trading mentor used to say it all the time, but there's somebody who gets paid a lot more money than me that, is paid to decipher those headlines. My job is just to follow them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could go in depth, right? And how much is that going to help us with our day trading? Like, you know what? We've been rallying so much. Everyone who missed out on that rally, there's probably a lot of money just waiting for pullbacks to get in. This could have been that pullback, and then we just jump in. Or go to macroeconomics, this and that. Look very in depth. But at the end of the day, you guys see what Andre's doing, Coach Jay.
And he's somebody that pays attention to the headlines, but
yes, but he just gets in with the momentum, right?
Market order McHugh.
Market order McHugh. I mean, it's that market's going down, short. Market's going up, buy. And he's been doing really, really well.
Not getting married to a bias.
And he cuts those losses short. I know he's absolutely amazing being a host on TopstepTV, but his trading is very much underrated. Traders and the community does not realize how good of a trader he really is. And for that, right, you just get in, get out, cut the losses short, know when you're wrong, get in with the trend, get in with the direction of the price, and we call it what do we say? Caveman trade. Market's going up, you buy it. Market's going down,
Yep.
you sell it. Simple, straightforward. Don't overcomplicate it. And yeah, here we are bumping up, get to these highs. Do you see anything, or can I go over gold?
Let's go over gold.
Okay. So, like I said, if we get to the 700 likes, I seen what's his name in the chat was saying 600. Okay, if you want 600, if you get to 600 likes tonight, then I'll go over my bad trades. But this is the thing.
Getting soft on me, Dakota.
You know what? It's Monday. I'm a man of the people. If the people want it, I'm giving a little bit. It's one of those things. It's like, I don't have to give out some of this information, right? I could just come in. I could just do the regular class. I could, trades, look for opportunities. I'm trying to give more than what is expected of me, and helping these traders and helping everybody, answering these questions as in depth as I can. And all I ask for in return is support, and that's the way you do it. So we'll do 600. We'll do 600. Gold was an interesting one. This is one where I was looking for longs for the New York session, Jay, and that headline hit, and it smacked me, and we kept going up, and we had that gap down. I'm bullish on gold. I'm looking at gold to be above 5,000 by July. We look at this hourly chart, and you can see this nice trend that we have on the hourly chart. Each one of these dips have been great buying opportunities. We were making equal highs up here at this 4,800, these upper 4,800s, 4,900s on Friday. I think we can continue, finding ways for buying opportunities. This trend is still holding. The fact that we gapped down and held was leading me to hold on to a bullish bias. So I am going to go into tonight with a bullish bias here in gold. I'm going to be going into tomorrow. I'm a bull on gold. I would say I'm more bullish gold than I am equities, to be honest. And it's interesting to say. It's just equity's been making all-time highs, and we're grinding, it's very extended. Gold has not. Gold has been kind of just drifting up and to the right. So I don't mind getting in more aggressively longs on gold, even though that did bite me in the butt this morning during the New York session. That I'll go over. Are you seeing anything in gold? We do have the bottom of the hour in about 10 minutes, and I'll get some music on. Let's get some music on while we go.
And in gold, what I'm seeing here is we're back above the 200 moving average on the 30-minute, but you could really put any moving average, right? If you put the 200, the 20, the 50, they're all kind of in striking distance of where price is right now. So I'm seeing a very consolidated market. I'm looking for any opportunities away from this 200 moving average, similar to what we had last night. We had this aggressive selling. This was the highest volume 30-minute candle outside of the open last night. And then when we closed above it, I was looking to get long into the 200 moving average. This is the trade that I just took early. Right now, what I'm seeing is, if you look at gold, it's been trading above the 200 moving average, which is the white line on my charts, above it, below it, above it, below it. So far tonight, I don't have much as far as direction goes. Again, we have a first 30-minute range, and VWAP is right in the middle of that range. So to me, what I'm seeing, if I'm going to take a trade in gold, is any extensions outside of this range or opportunities to fade the extremes, or I have to wait for a market participant to come in and kind of get directional here. So I'm flat, maybe on the higher time frame, still leaning a little bullish. I'm looking for a test of the 50-day moving average, which is up at 49.50s, I believe it is. Let's take a look here. Yeah, 49.27 now is that 50-day moving average, that purple line on my chart there. Looking for a test of that, but if you can see, gold has just been in balance over the last 2 weeks in between the 20 and 50 moving averages, right? So it is holding up pretty well. Did make that low of the year, March 23rd, and have been trading higher since. But for right now, for a day trade, I'm seeing patience.
Yeah, I'm 5,000, that big round number, and we are at that gap fill right now. 48.40s is basically, the New York session high, right? Yeah, the New York session high. What I'm looking at tonight is, I just talked about this gap fill right there at, what is this, 48.40s. This is the New York session high at, right there, 48.40s. And we had that nice rally to start tonight's price action, right? End of day, And to start tonight's price action, we had cut a bid. So this is zooming into what we're seeing tonight. Some buying, mixed price action, and yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. Just looking for a little bit of consolidation. I'm finding places to buy it. I do want to go over that, but I just got to be disciplined and wait for us to hit that like TP. Do you have any sounds?
What are we at right now?
We're at 300. We're at 300. Do you have any sounds enabled for your orders yet, Coach Jay?
I don't. I've been thinking of what I could do. I want to clip up a bunch of different some of my favorite songs and use them as clips, but it's gonna take me a little while to do it. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna get it done probably sometime this week. Maybe tomorrow if I don't have any trades set up. Kind of just if the market's just chopping around, I'll clip up some songs and use those as my sounds. What about you? You have some enabled yet?
I do. I haven't enabled them. I try to do it, but I am not that great at clipping up sounds.
Yeah.
We have, like I said, Jack's Melodica is going to be the one for the stop loss.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Yep. I got a few good ones that I'm not gonna share them just yet.
I like this in the chat. The Bold HD says my tones are Super Mario themed. That's great. That's great.
That's pretty good.
Let us know in the chat. What else are you guys using for some of your tones out there? And if you didn't know, you can enable your own custom tones for your trade entries, exits, market open, close, things like that. And there is a promo code going on right now, tones, for $20 off of a Topstep no activation fee combine.
I seen
used that already.
Yeah, I see
Sanford and Son. This is the big one.
I used to watch that all the time. All the time, Stanford and Son.
Oh, it's a great show.
It's just, yeah.
Code is tones, TONES. There you go, Bruno. Thank you, Bruno, in the chat.
Yeah.
Profit taking sound is a cash register. That's a good one.
Yep. Yeah. I want to share mine. You know what? Let me see if I can find I'm gonna find my tone.
The Kanye sayings. I like that.
Let me see if I can find.
What the F does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find the tone. I'm
cool.
gonna give you guys a sneak peek here. Sneak peek at one of them. Andre's gonna love it.
Oh, it's an Andre tone.
Oh, it's
Andre inspired.
Sure. We're gonna go with that. Give me a second while I look for it. It's on your charts, Coach Jay.
Yep.
If you see a trade, let me know.
I'm seeing a whole lot of consolidation right now. Let's check out micro Bitcoin. Let's see what that's doing right now. Yep, as I expected, whole lot of nothing right now.
See if I can find
a potential short in the euro here. See what it looks like on the daily. No. What are you guys looking at in the chat? Who's scouting a trade right now? Here you go with gold falling right back into the middle of that range. Range to range, right? Flat VWAP in that first 30-minute candle. This market can do whatever it wants to right now.
All right.
You found it?
Yeah, I do. I got it on the phone. I got to see if I can feed it into here. Gold is starting to sell off. We're seeing some selling in gold.
Nasdaq selling off a little bit as well here. Been range trading NQ says, I think that's Roxy in the chat. But yeah, like we were saying, right, up at those 120s. I didn't take the trade, but you know, if I'm looking for a breakout in the Nasdaq, it's not up there at those 820s. There was just no volume behind the move up there. So not surprised to kind of see us fall back into the middle of this range here. And here you go with gold testing the low of that range now as well. So, you know, the question is, are we going to get some follow through, or does this just sit here?
Is this a buyable dip?
Right.
Maybe. It's hard to say. Okay, let me confirm this. They can't hear it, so hold up. Let me see if I think I could feed this audio in. I think I could feed this audio in. Let me make sure. Here's the thing is I'm always worried about copyright. That's what I'm worried about. Is because if I do a sound bit, if it's going to be copyright. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Coach Shay, I don't know if you can hear it. But I'm just debating. I think this is good for my either stop loss or my take profit. Stop loss or take profit, chat. Ready? Here, I got to turn the music off. You let me know. Is this going to be good for my stop loss or my take profit?
Oh, blocked by James.
I can't hear it.
No? All right, I'll share it to you, Coach Jay.
Chat might be able to hear it.
Yeah, I'll share it. I got you.
Somebody's laughing in the chat.
That might take profit. I don't know. Yeah, here we go again. Ready?
James! LeBron James with the rejection.
Blocked by James.
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah, blocked by James, and then the next one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Mike Breen, the Mike Breen bang. That
Stop
might
loss.
be
Stop loss. Yes, everyone's saying stop loss, but then there's one where it's like LeBron James with a rejection. The order rejected. Order rejected.
I think the Mike Breen double bang has to be my take profit.
Okay.
And that sounded crazy, but yes, that if you know what I'm talking about, you know. Bang, bang. Rich Pocket got it. Yeah, that is a classic. Yep, that's what it is.
I think we might have a little too much fun. We're gonna be having fun with this.
NBA Jam, he's on fire. That's a good one too.
Ban me for Batman.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have some fun with these Tonys for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna tell Andre about that one. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait.
What was that? Yeah, I've thought about copyright as well because, like I said, I want most of mine to be songs, but something about YouTube algorithms not liking that could be a little concerning.
Yes, exactly. TV sound of the bat.
I don't want to be the reason we get flagged by YouTube. Even though producer James Harden did say there's only one way to find out.
There's only one way, and that's there you go. We can make our own sound bits.
Only one way to find out.
I know James aired the Andre glare. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
that's a classic. Gold selling off here a little bit. Gold selling off. Anybody in a trade? And while we get through this, while we're watching these markets, bottom of the hour just came in. So we see some volatility in here. Let's get hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. Have you taken a payout? Have you taken a trade? What are you looking at? Something trading related. Once again, keep it appropriate. It has to be appropriate. I know how the internet is, and I don't want to sit here and stare at a bunch of inappropriate stuff while going through some of it.
Internet is wild, man.
Internet's undefeated.
Shrivula short Nasdaq here. I see a couple traders shorting gold. 48.39, 48.38.90 last trade there in gold. So that would have been a nice trade up at the upper extreme of that range. Very similar to Nasdaq. Crude oil kind of just sitting in a range here. So my question here in gold is, do we just pop right back up? It's at the low of this range.
I'm going to lean towards yes.
I haven't really seen any volume to say we shouldn't.
I mean, we are up 0.25% tonight. Looking at the rest of these equities. We got and Amazon's up 2.78%. Was there Amazon news? Is there Amazon news?
Towards the end of the during at the buzzer, we got Apple news, Apple new CEO, and we got Amazon and Anthropic investing like $25 million or 25, was it 25 million? 25 billion. What would 25 million be to them? 25 billion in AWS infrastructure.
Oof. Here we go again. Here we go again. Same story. Money's going in a circle.
Again.
Yep, money's going in a circle.
All right, if I was short gold, 33s would be the target. It's 200 moving average. See what happens at there.
Okay. Bother came and gone. Let's get this music back on here. Crude's at 86.30. I did fumble that trade, Coach Jay. I had a decent position of crude going on before the weekend.
Okay.
I ended up closing it off. Like, I don't want to be exposed to the weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sunday night comes, and you're like, I woulda, coulda, shoulda. But you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
It's been a year of woulda, coulda, shouldas for me.
How do we turn it around?
That's a good question, Jay. That is a good question. How do we turn it around? Chat,
A lot of
what's your
trading days
suggestion?
left.
How do you turn it around? If you guys were going to give me advice, don't say it depends. Be sure.
Grant Hill says act.
We full port.
Full port. I don't know about that.
Do the opposite. With tones. Control I. Alt F4. Okay, come on.
Let's see. There's 177 trading days left in the year, so you got time to turn it around.
Alt F4. Back to the basics. Pizza and beer. I like that one. Gold's starting to sell off some more.
Yeah, it is. Strategy effectiveness is always changing. You think it's a strategy thing at this point?
No, not one day does not dictate a strategy. It really, these markets are always changing. Obviously, the last week it was just kind of just grinding higher. VIX getting crushed. Right, VIX was down to like 17s, and today it was just a big spike. Volatility headlines, and so I'm curious on if we just go back to normal or if we're gonna get some more wild headlines. Scale down, wide stops. Yeah, there you go. 700 likes for our input. Hey, yeah, we did 600 tonight. Yeah,
I'm seeing range right now. I'm just seeing range. Curious if anyone in the chat traded the Russell today, which did make all-time highs. While everything else was trying to figure out what to do, the Russell was making all-time highs.
Gold continues to sell off here. Somebody's audio leaked. 599 likes, Coach. Yeah, 599. I'll do 599. Are you not entertained? Buyers maybe stepping in. I don't know. We got 25 minutes to the top of the hour. It could be one for me, Coach Jay, where I might wait to the top of the hour, see if we can pick a direction, because settlement for gold is still down to like 48.30, 48.29. So there's still more room down, and we're not seeing too much. Kind of a quiet night.
Yeah, pretty quiet right now. For now, right? Until something happens.
I think we lost your charts, Jay.
You lost my charts?
Mm-hmm.
What about now? You should have them.
I do not. There they are. I got them.
You got them now?
Yep.
All right, cool.
There we go. Yeah. How do I deal with emotions? You know what I had to do today? I texted my personal trainer my address.
Okay.
And I told him, if I'm not there tomorrow, come get me.
If you're not at the gym?
Yeah. Today
Okay.
I just wasn't feeling it. And so he's been texting me this weekend. I got over a sickness, so I haven't been to the gym very often. And he called me. I ignored it. And then he's just like, dude, you got to come. And so I was like, texted him my address and said, like, hey, if I'm not there, come get me, and I'll owe you $100. And this, he will show up to them freaking.
yeah.
He'll drag my butt out of bed. He will.
It sounds like a free $100.
Yeah, I know. So I have to make that commitment. So sometimes I do things like that where it's like I don't have the motivation. Gotta force it sometimes. What comes
Don't
first?
have to force his trades. And here's gold continuing to sell.
You're looking for 33.
Anyone in this gold short? Yeah, 33s is that 200 moving average on the 30-minute. I would want to watch the market's response to that, but
okay.
We are selling a little bit here. Braden short silver. Haven't looked at silver in a little while. Makes sense from the upper extreme of this range, but another one. We look at silver's response to this white line so far. So
Just been bouncing
depending
off
on where,
it. There's some buyers in
depending
gold.
on where I'm short.
I don't mind a long gold here, honestly, Coach J. These 838s.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a bounce there.
Actually,
Crude oil starting to pick up a little bit here. Just made a new high of the day, 86.55. I don't hate long goals on the extension, right? This is not a trade I'm going to put onto my live account. I actually may just switch over and save live account trades for the morning with what I'm seeing right now. If something does step up, then I'll take it, but I don't hate this gold trade as the range trade. Kind of looking for this to just go right back up into the middle of the range.
and what's the middle of the range? These 40s, mid 40s.
Yeah, 45, I think, position management there. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch this account, Dakota.
Okay, I'll switch it to mine.
Switch over to a combine real quick.
Fair enough.
And let's see.
Let me know when you're good to go. We still have about 20 minutes till the top of the hour.
Do the markings on my chart seem to randomly disappear? I saw a lot of people talking about that in the chat today. Mine do not. Mine are not disappearing. So I don't know why that might be happening, but these gold longs don't look too bad here.
Yeah, it's running without us.
Put on 1 micro. Let's see. Risk would be, let's change this to points.
Oh, someone says, what's the top of the hour? So we got the bottom of the hour, which is on the 30 minutes. So say it's 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. That's the bottom of the hour. Top of the hour is like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the bottom and the top. So in 20 minutes, it's the top of the hour. And then in an hour and 20 minutes, it's another top of that. That's just, yeah. The buyers stepped in right there at those 36s, 37s.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's going without us.
I put 1 micro on 40 okay. Half. Just kind of that lower the range. Again, this is not a trade that I would put on my live account. You can see why I switched accounts. There are very specific trades I want to put on in that account, and this wouldn't be one of them, but not a bad trade here for a range trade.
There's my wood. There's another woulda, coulda, shoulda. Put one on the black chalkboard, man.
Like I told Dobie, just click the button.
I know. Market order McHugh.
Hey, click the button. Establish the risk beforehand, right? We know how much we're willing to lose, and then
we're going, dude. This is gold just rallying here.
There you go. Was looking for those 33s. We didn't get there.
Who caught that? I'll live vicariously through everybody else. Tag me and show me. Give me all the FOMO.
Let's see here. Do we go back up to the top of the range? 48.54s. A couple traders caught it in the chat.
Okay. Very realistic. We could. I took it. There it is. There it is. All right, one in the chat if you're long gold. Let's see it. We got Jay.
Long one little micro. And
all right, we got
switch
3,
this
4,
over.
5, 6, 7. Everybody, just everybody. Look. There's not even.
Everybody's long.
Just everyone's long in gold. There's a couple that's not. Okay, fair. For those that are not, are you just not in a trade or are you short? Long, bro.
There were a couple of traders short earlier.
Hopefully they covered.
NASDAQ right back up into the middle of that range.
All right. Well, I fumbled that one on my end. Remember, this is not a signals service. It's not financial advice. In the YouTube chat is our risk disclosure.
Oil coming back down here.
I was told I need 2 catchphrases. The number one is going to be "it depends," and the other one is "it's not financial advice."
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Take your own trades. Waiting for Hong Kong to open. Byron. Not a bad idea. Maybe looking for some volume around that session open.
Yeah. We got the top of the hour in 15 minutes. See if we get a nice spike in volatility there. I'm long now. Man, everyone's long. Everyone's long. We got some hashtag slow markets coming in here. Here's a good example. Some of you are actually long, and you're not just BS about it. I'll show you. Stephen Beck, long from 38.3. Saw sellers get trapped. There we go. Long and strong, just like that. Traders doing well. Traders doing well. Trade what you see, and then process over profits. He has got a good phrase. I'm waiting for that book that Andre said he's writing one, right?
He did say he was talking to a publisher. Yeah, he said it's a lot harder to publish a book than he thought. But he is talking to a publisher. So maybe we get it for Christmas this year.
Maybe we could get it for Christmas.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm definitely gonna get a few copies.
$5'4" Fox in the ES. Are you short ES? See, here's where in gold, we're right back into the middle. We'll get into that. Maybe I take the VWAP off my chart, right? Is that the key, chat? If I take the line off, then the market doesn't respond there. Now I can go to the other side.
That's how it works.
Because that VWAP's definitely in the way right now.
That's how it works.
But if I remove it, does it then trade to the other side of the range? But that's where I would be thinking position management, right? At those 45s, which is why I'm not taking this trade in my live account. It just doesn't make the risk to reward make sense for me. That's exactly how it works, right? Just take the line off. Get all these lines out of the way.
It's like your problems, right? If you ignore them, well, they go away.
Nah. Come
Temporary.
and find you somewhere.
Yeah. For now. All right, looking at this Trader Hub. Gotta look at the Trader Hub. We got Waller speaking. Let's see. Man, it's already almost the end of April. We got Waller speaking tomorrow. House sells. Warsh. Confirmation hearing.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be confirmed as a new Fed chair, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Then we got initial jobless claims this week, and that's it. Oh, Fed Pal, that's next week. It's kind of a light week, to be honest.
Oh, what just happened there in the NASDAQ? We just made a new high of the day. Okay,
Ooh,
the NASDAQ just took
moving.
off.
Gold's not reacting as much.
Well, there you go, chat. Time to wake up.
All right,
Markets moving.
here we go.
Markets are moving.
Blew
Time
through
to
those
wake
session
up. What
highs.
is that? That is why you stay locked in, because you never know. Let's see. Was there a headline?
Oh,
hate
yeah,
that
that was...
I hate that I automatically look for a headline, but
That's definitely a headline. Like, what else could that be?
I don't know.
And gold's starting to pick up steam.
Here we go.
If you're,
See if we get through that view up now.
it's like, well, that was that.
Yep. Does that move sustain is the question. Let's see. Here's how I would look at this. That was, well, it didn't really happen in gold, right? It happened in the NASDAQ. So let's take, the way I'd be looking at this right now is take this NASDAQ candle. It was a 3-minute candle, but most of that volume just came in a second. As long as this candle's low holds, I'd be long, right? Because whatever news just came out was bullish, maybe long off of somewhere near 50% of this. Let's see. Again, I'm not switching over to my live account here, chat. There are some trades that I want to take, and these are not them, but I'm going to put in a bid here at 817s. What happened, Dakota?
No, just filling the FOMO.
Don't, man. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm watching this, watching it go, I'm seeing these hashtag slow markets come in.
Let's see. Does that sustain? FOMO's kicking in. Take a deep breath, chat.
Take a deep breath. Saying the FOMO's, yeah, just relax. I used that lockout button this morning. If not, could have been worse.
This move might not even sustain. It's coming right back. New Zealand CPI, is that wasn't that what that was?
Yeah.
That number was 2 hours ago.
Dakota got 5 MGC built to the position the way you teach. Well, nice work. Nice work.
Nice job, Mark. Picked up a couple hundred. Was that news Vance going to Pakistan? Was that what that was?
Is he going back
Maybe.
there?
That's what it says. Let's see, gold right back at this. Come on, NASDAQ. Don't do me like that. All right, market order McHugh. I'm in. Long one micro NASDAQ. Stop goes on the other side.
Okay. All right.
It came down to within 2 ticks of my entry and started to bounce. But the thesis behind this trade is there was this volume spike that happened. That's a trigger. Does it hold? If it doesn't hold, I don't want to be in it. And I got in long somewhere near 50%. So there are some buyers above me right now. If they have the intentions to continue to push this, great. But if there's no follow through volume, then I'll get stopped out on this trade. See if that volume holds. Don't like longs in the NQ anymore. Yeah, we'll see. Price is that 800s. Basically 800s have to hold for this trade to work out. See if we get a push back up to that upper extreme.
Driving
But
home.
random spike of
Go ahead.
no, just a random spike of volume. Sometimes, that we don't get any follow through from it, right? The market's just quickly jumped onto something, but we got to think about what the markets were doing right before that.
Correct.
Algos heard Vance, Pakistan, and probably Iran, and said, "Oh, here we go," and then it's like, "Oh wait, he's going there later in the week." Not that big of a deal. So we'll see if there's any follow through on this.
We do have the top of the hour in 8 minutes. So be ready.
Be ready. Take a look at this gold trade. VWAP's still in the way. I thought I took you off the chart. What are you doing here? Look at that. Perfect test of VWAP.
Oof.
To the tick. And coming right back down. Just going to take this gold trade off. Rejected that VWAP there.
And we have the top of the hour coming in about 7 minutes. And then we'll see if we could get some trades in. 700 likes, and I will review my loss. No, he said 600. We're almost there to 600.
You did say 600.
Yeah, I'm cheap tonight. What do you say?
Crypto Kai asking how I use the fib. So for me personally, I don't use traditional fib levels. If you look at my fib indicator here, it's only the high low. It's 0, 100, and 50%. You can see all these other levels are fib levels. I personally don't use those or the extensions or anything like that. What I'm looking for is I just want to know the high, low, and midpoint of any high volume candles. So, right. So why did I anchor here? Because we just got this volume spike in the NASDAQ. Something happened in the market, and then I just want to know the high, low, and 50% of that area. So not traditional fibs, but it's kind of just a visual tool to help me remember that something happened there.
There we go. 6 minutes. Here's a nice hashtag slow markets, Coach Jay. Learning and earning on TopstepTV with Coach DBA and it's Coach Jay. Like that.
Let's go.
Great work. Learning and earning.
Learning and earning. That's what makes this game the best. Learning something every day. What's the last thing you guys learned in the chat? Put it in the chat. What's the last thing you guys learned about the markets?
Ooh. Put it in the chat. Okay, Jay. What's the last thing you learned about the markets?
I learned that some of the suspicions that I have about volume are validated by some major news sources. That's what I learned. I learned that volume, in fact, does move the market. But I feel like I already knew that. But seems like some major news sources are catching on to that as well.
You got confirmation. Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
Man, what's that volume doing right before that tweet? What is this?
It's like, is anybody else seeing this? And shout out to that major news network that put out that article yesterday.
Happy April 20th.
Happy April 20th. Shout out to Eddie Horn.
Eddie Horn.
I learned not to trust this market and take profit when I can. Don't try to get ahead of the market. Wait for confirmation. I like that. Trade what you see. I learned the market is red more than green. What market is that? Here we go. NASDAQ continuing to push here.
Gold catching bids.
So now with this NASDAQ trade, if we take out that high is when I'd start to manage this position. If we take out that high.
Do you got out of your gold trade?
Yeah, I flattened the gold trade. We're just hesitating too much around VWAP. Gold has been a choppy mess over the past couple of days.
So I think I missed the inside joke. What was the news article, Coach Jay?
What was it?
The insider trading.
The insider trading. Yeah, it was BBC World Service says they found a pattern of spikes in trades on financial markets ahead of public announcements made from the White House, including during the Iran war.
If you don't say, yep.
Hey, I mean, hey.
Someone says, learn not to quit your day job.
There you go. Richard Harris, who's shorting? Who's shorting the market right now? I'm long.
Who's short?
I don't know. Richard Harris is yelling at somebody, but I think it's one of those cases where you just got to make up an enemy to just the hate fuels you.
Hate
So
fuels
he's making up some phantom sellers to. I used to do that when I was in a bowling league as a kid. Used to talk shit to the pins.
What age was you in a bowling league, dude? Because that's how I got DBA.
Up until like 13.
Okay. See, I was up until I was like 16 on a bowling league.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
I learned how to sandbag. It's like, what do you mean? He has a 120 average, and he went to state and averaged. I averaged 200. What's your
high game in bowling? I think I've bowled like a 204 before.
I got a 299. Left a 9-pin. Left a freaking 9-pin. Felt so good too. And that was at state. It was at state. Coach says, Grand says, yeah, right? Yeah, yep. It's probably on the USBC. I had my bowling membership. I had to. Let's see.
See if we can continue to get a push here. If we push above 830 here in the NASDAQ, I'm going to put a stop buy to add to this trade. And the issue here with this trade is follow through. We are right at yesterday's high, 26,827 half, and no follow. This could fall right back into this range. And if we look at what the market has done since it printed that candle, chop. Look at the volume. So this huge volume spike, and then it just dies. So maybe I could zoom out, look at a different time frame, right? Look at a 30-minute. That looks bullish. But if I'm expecting this move to go with any urgency or recency, it needs to have some volume behind it. And right now, it's just not there.
Coach Fred, is there any other way to bowl?
I don't think so.
Wait. Coach Hoop? No way.
What do you say?
No, I gotta confirm if you let me share this. Can I share this, Coach Hoop? See, I didn't get a ring. I didn't even get a ring when I bowled my 299. They give you a ring if you bowl a 300, but I never did get a ring. Coach Hoop said yeah. Wait, I'm gonna share this here in a second. Gold's continue to find buyers. Top of the hour right now. Right here, right now. Top of the hour.
Well, Richard Harris, I wasn't talking trash about the the made up enemies. Keep doing it. If it works, it makes money, it makes sense. Right? If it makes dollars, it makes sense, Richard Harris. So keep doing it. Garrick's, for me, the New York session is the best trading time for me. There's just more follow. Like with this move that just happened in the NASDAQ, there's a higher probability that there's a continuation as far as volume goes. You see this spike here, and then the volume just dies out. There's a less less of a likelihood that that happens during the New York session. So, and I'm a volume trader, right? So I need volume to confirm a move. For me, with that being said, this is kind of a 50-50 trade here. Oh, Richard Harris, I know you're trolling yourself. There's King Richard and then there's just Richard. Hey, whatever works, man. These markets are a very, very interesting place. And I think, honestly, I think we need more characters, right? Everyone has seen Floored. We need more characters. It's such a weird thing that we do here, that like when people try to act super buttoned up, it's like, that's not real. You got to be a little bit crazy to do this every day. Just a little bit. Where was the continuation today? Yeah, it's not going to happen all the time. It is not going to happen all the time. Today, markets were kind of on edge. We did gap down and then fill that gap. New York session was pretty choppy. It definitely was. Not every day can we just rally 500 points.
Why not?
That gets unhealthy at that point too. Look at gold, right off that view up. And that is why we got flat.
Back down.
Right back down.
Right back down. All right, I'm going to show something here in a second.
All right. Yep. And I'm going to flatten this NASDAQ trade. This is just, it's not doing anything. I don't even want to be in a trade in a combine if the market's not doing anything. I'm good.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. There's like sometimes what traders do is like switch over to a practice account. It's like, oh, I'll just put some stuff on. I think that is just conditioning ourselves to always be in a position when there are definitely times where we should just say, sit here and chill, right? And wait for the market to do something. Crude catching a little bit of a bid here. 86.64s.
Do we think gold could sell off back down to settlement, or we could still see more room to the downside here?
Oh, yeah. Those 33s look like they are the target now, that 200 moving average. Held view up for now.
I'm going to switch it to my chart real quick. Hashtag slow markets. Got a question here. It says, hey, Coach Dakota. Do you ever face adversity? How do you overcome it? And my answer is yes. I face it at least a few times a year, probably even more in my trading specifically. I overcome it by like what you guys said, right? Go back to the basics, size down, and try and get back to square one. Try not to be emotional. But getting back to the basics has been very, very important for me because I have to go through a bunch. And here's this. This is Coach Hoop's ring.
Is that a bowling ring?
Yeah, bowling 299.
Nice.
Yeah, the league I had, you only get these if you roll to 300. Good looking ring.
Yeah, it is. 299 is sick too. Hoop, if you bowl a 299, did you just miss on the last frame?
Yeah, it's the last frame. You leave one pin on the last frame. You get 11. Yeah.
That hurts.
I left a 9 pin on mine, and I didn't even get a ring for it.
1 pin on the last frame.
What was your pin, Coach Hoop?
Yeah, that leaves a mark, Hoop. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would want that ring, but hey. It's probably harder to bowl a 299 than a 300.
Probably.
That's pretty sick, though, Hoop. Talk about chasing perfection. Can you show us your win rate and profit factor for the last month? Well, I don't have stats for the live account, so I can't. Let me see if there's a dashboard or something that I could find it. If I had to guess, my win rate's probably somewhere near 47%. But we don't have the same stats in the live account that we do for combines and XFAs, so I would have to go through and look through all of that.
There you go. Yeah, I tried to look up mine, but USBC, you have to pay for a membership to look up your... Oh, well.
Micro ticks, that's how I usually feel too. Bone's crazy. You feel like you're crushing it, you look up, you got a 170. What else am I supposed to do? I bowled 3 strikes. I'm killing it.
What they call 3 strikes? It's a turkey, right?
Yeah.
Turkey. 300 of what?
Who do I have a live account with? Topstep. Right here. Topstep live account.
Right there.
Can show it. There you go.
There you go. Topstep live account. We nailed any bottoms or tops tonight? Well, I almost nailed the bottom, but kind of got away from me.
What now?
I think we chill, man. Bottom hour came. We had a little bit of a sell-off, and gold doesn't want to get below 36.
Yeah, Kev, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna place any trades here in the live account. I don't even think I'm trading the combine, to be honest. We'll see. We'll stay flat for now. We just saw, right? Random spike of volatility that could happen again and inspire a trade. But this is just a practice in patience right now, which is required. If I'm going to sit here, doesn't mean I always have to be in a trade. I can scan. I'm looking at the euro right now, which to me on a higher time frame does look like an interesting trade in the euro here.
Yeah.
Taking a look at the daily, we're back above the 200 moving average. Can we sustain price above that, or is this a rejection area? So right now is kind of where I scan. I look for a couple different opportunities, and not be so eager to put a trade on right now.
Same. FXS says, Dakota, you look really, really like John Cena. Is it your brother? Well, I've never seen John Cena. You got it. And hey, maybe he's my half brother because you can only see half of me. All right. Enough of that.
There you go.
Enough of that one. I'm gonna be honest. I have not seen any trades tonight.
No,
it's just been a little bit chopped, kind of sideways.
Orlando saying trade cattle. Cows are sleeping right now, Orlando. That market's closed. Opens up 9:30 Eastern time tomorrow. Cows got to go to bed. Orlando, I hope you're not trading cattle right now, because you would literally be the only person in the world trading it. Somebody long crude. So crude's moving. Crude like is actually trying to catch a little bit of a bid here.
Oh, we almost got to that 600 likes. We got 20 minutes. If we get to 600 likes, I'll review my review my losses. Yeah.
Hit that thumbs up button, chat. We gotta give us something to talk about. We're just here chopping around.
Thanks DBA for that book recommendation last week. I really enjoyed The Obstacle is the Way, and The Alchemist was great. Thank you for sharing those. Well, I love that you read those, and hopefully that helps you in any way. Those are 2 of my favorite books. So that's good. I'm glad you really enjoyed those. I might even consider rereading them. They're not very long books either.
And somebody saying, looking at the Japanese yen here, I see range. Oh man, especially on a higher, look at the daily in the Japanese yen here. This is just a chop zone. This looks like what crude oil looked like when everyone was talking trash about crude oil. Wasn't doing anything.
Gold's breaking session lows here. We're head back down to
33s.
settlement.
33s. Please look at the Dow. I don't have data for the Dow, but if I could imagine, I'll pull it up where I do have the data. Yep, looks very similar to the Nasdaq. Range bound market for now. Look at that first half an hour candle. VWAP's a flat line, and we're sitting right at VWAP right now.
Yep.
Very similar to the Nasdaq here.
Gold going to continue to sell off. I think there's an opportunity here in gold. Not gold. Gold, Coach Jay.
Okay.
Maybe we do come back down to settlement. Like, if we can sell off, maybe there's a dip to buy here. Just making higher
28s.
lows. Yeah. Higher lows, higher highs. Some type of a channel type trade. Something like this. Dakota, do you think oil shock is incoming for the rest of the world and landing eventually in the US? I don't know. That's above my pay grade. All right, we're close enough to 600 likes, right?
What are we at? There are
Alright.
those 33s in gold. Who's still short? Nice trade. XO, that's a good book.
Dakota now a trend line trader. A trend line is a technical analysis. So trend lines are DBA concepts. And gold's continuing to sell off.
Yeah, it is. We might get the settlement test you're looking for. 28s, 28.8.
All right, I'm going to show this. We got 17 minutes left. I'm going to show this, my loss. I will show my loss. This hurt today, man. Going back, you asked me would I take this trade over again, and I think it was multiple trades. It was like one trade idea, but multiple trades. Some of it, I think, was a little bit of emotion, to be honest. So, New York session. This is gold. This is gold. And I was talking, if you seen and you tuned in at the beginning of slow markets, you've seen my analysis that I like longs on gold. Gold's been very bullish, right? We've been kind of, drifting higher lows on the way up. And I was looking at this. Guess what happened last Sunday? This was a Sunday where we gapped down and we just recovered. Well, same thing happened. We gapped down and looking for this to just recover, right? So that's what I'm looking at. So the direction, yeah, of course, everything looks good, and it fits the way I trade. So I'm okay with buying gold. And so on the 5-minute chart, as I zoom in, and if you're tuning into fast markets, yeah, you got to witness me get cooked. But I was looking. This is where the gold was for fast markets. I was looking for a breakout here of these 48.40s. So I ended up getting long at the high of day. And it sold off. I took a loss. And so I'm like, okay, this is another valid entry point, right? Looking to buy right here. I got in long again, trying to build a position because I was looking to size up. News hit. Boom. It just whacked me. And the very last one I had, honestly, we started consolidating. We started consolidating here. I ended up getting long for a third time. That one was working out. And it came down and it didn't hit my stop loss. My stop loss was here. I just called it. I was just so frustrated. And when I called it, then we just went up. This is just a typical case of like, I was right on direction, going with the trend, going with the moment, like everything, but just horrible on timing. Yeah, you look at this market and say, yeah, I was buying gold, but then you lose. The only way you lose money buying gold in this market is buying those tops, the breakout trades. So it was a rough one for me. I posted it on socials. Same thing with my personal account. I took a loss on the personal, took a loss in these XFAs. Move on. That's all I could do. I'm still looking for the same thing. I'm still looking for longs and gold, but that was a really, really rough one. Headlines coming out. And looking back at it, the first trade, a little iffy. maybe I don't know. If you ask me, should I take that one again?
Yeah. What was the price up there?
48.46. I was playing a breakout right here.
Gotcha.
And that was a high of day. Obviously, when you look back, you're like, oh, that was a stupid trade. But in the moment when you have this nice breakout, we know how gold could rally. And we were breaking through this, so I was kind of thinking that maybe we could just keep going up and retest 48.75s and continue. And so this long, I'm like, you know what? Sure, I probably will take this again 50-50. Maybe not scale into such a big size up here on this breakout trade. The second one, would I take this one again? Yeah, maybe 75-25, and I would be okay with scaling in this one. This last trade, would I take that one again? This one's 100%. This was a 3-bar reversal scaling into it. This very third trade was like the best trade out of all three of these because it was a confirmed 3-bar reversal. I built a size. I just bailed out early out of like frustration, and I was down, and I was already down after those first two ones. So it was just overall, give myself a C or a D letter grade if I had to do that. Not the best. It's very, very frustrating when it comes to that, where it's like, man, it was. And then during this entire time, Coach Jay, I'm not paying attention to the NASDAQ, and we get the most beautiful setup on this 3-bar reversal in the NASDAQ.
Hogue called it out. I was watching Fast Markets. He's like, hey, that is a 3-bar reversal on the NASDAQ right there.
I was busy over here getting cooked in gold. And then here's a textbook, absolutely beautiful textbook 3-bar reversal in the NASDAQ. And I'm just like, trade what you see. I guarantee you, everybody who trades 3-bar reversals looking for longs, there's probably tons of members in the Stow Markets community that was able to catch this. Yeah, look, I did take it, Lion Trades, but I was just too getting worked over by gold. This is just such a clean setup, very clean. Indecisive candle. You guys asked me what a 3-bar reversal is or DBA concepts. This is the definition of it. This is like the gold standard. I shouldn't. Yeah, just the standard. But that was the beautiful trade. That was the trade of the day that I was busy screwing around in gold. That I missed it.
Somebody's saying there's one setting up on the NASDAQ right now. A 3-bar reversal on the NASDAQ right now. Is there?
Are you looking to the downside or the long side?
All right. Yeah. What time frame 3-bar reversals are you guys looking at?
Yeah.
It is still holding that trigger candle that we talked about, but again, I'll flatten that trade because
maybe to the long side. I would say right now in this moment, if I was going to pick a trade on the 5-minute, maybe you could consider this a 3-bar reversal. And they're looking for long and continuation. Sure, I could agree with that. But I usually like 3-bar reversals after an extension.
Yep. How much does the pace of the higher time frame trend dictate your day trades?
Explain the pace of the higher time frame.
So gold as opposed to NASDAQ, right? If we look at gold on a daily and the NASDAQ on a daily, the NASDAQ on a daily the last 14 days is an environment that facilitates breakout trades a little bit more than gold does right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I like the longs on gold a lot more.
Okay.
And that being said, is just because this is very extended, so I'd rather. I know psychologically, I think it's a psychological thing because obviously almost every 3-bar reversal during this period would have worked out really well, right?
Yeah, right.
And then if this just keeps going up, every 3-bar reversal will continue to work out really well. But I would like to see some consolidation. Like like a day or two of just consolidation, maybe a little bit of a sell-off. We did get the gap down and then just completely rally. So is history going to repeat itself from last week, right, where we gapped down and then we just rallied, right? Do we just gap down and are we going to just rally again? Maybe. You just go until the trend just stops working. Type 3-bar reversal. It's kind of like a range trade. You just keep range trading until we break out, and then obviously you're going to take a loss when we break out. There's a lot more momentum in the equities than gold. I will say this. I like buying equities a lot more than I like buying gold over a longer period of time, just because gold is a commodity.
Equities are meant to go up.
Yeah,
right.
And equities typically go up a lot more frequent than gold. Especially the NASDAQ, right? But in this situation, yeah, I think I would be okay with longs on gold because my target is 5,000 by July. And I mean, that's a long ways to go, but I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't want to say it depends, but it really does.
I mean, it's usually a good answer for most questions.
Yeah, it really does.
Usually a good answer.
Until 2019.
What are we looking at here in the chat? NASDAQ right now is just sitting right below settlement 26,825s. Just chopping around in that big candles range. Didn't even get any kind of extension anywhere. It just, the algos literally heard Vance, Pakistan, Iran. And, you know, we saw a 50-point spike in the NASDAQ and then it just stopped. So was that a 3-bar reversal on the NASDAQ? I guess technically, right? But context matters, right? Here's a 3-bar reversal into what, though? This is like trying to park a 18-wheeler in Manhattan, like trying to parallel park an 18. Like, where is this going right now? It's going back and forth, right? So would you take a 3-bar reversal in this type of environment, Dakota?
It'd be a lot harder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot harder to take it in an environment where we're kind of consolidating or chopping around than it is like more volatile. It doesn't make it, I wouldn't say it's not valid, right? Because that could very well be a valid 3-bar reversal from a technical standpoint, but yeah, context matters. I compare it a lot. We compared a lot to sports, right? Like football. You know, the chances of running the ball are more likely when there's only 1 yard to go. Chances of passing the ball is more likely when you're like 20 yards to go. Same thing. I mean, there's situational awareness in every market, every time, right? Is it slow markets? Is it the New York session? Is it London Open? Is it Power Hour? And what market you're trading? Is it FOMC? Is it like right before FOMC? Is it after FOMC? There's so many situations that come into play over just a simple setup like a 3-bar reversal. I wish it was as simple as, oh, this is a 3-bar reversal, take it, right? You can, but you want to continue to increase the probabilities in your favor, and you do so by understanding all these different situations. Hopefully that answered it.
I think it did. Max says, good explanation, thanks. Gandhi, see you in fast markets. Make sure you join us for opening call. We got a special guest coming on, breaking down that retail sales number, which Jessica Inskip said was one of her biggest catalysts for this week.
Okay.
Starting to look at some of the economic data again, and maybe putting whatever's going on in Iran on the back burner.
Jessica Inskip, she's going to be on Wednesday, right?
She's on every Monday with us on the opening call. Every Monday for the foreseeable future.
That's pretty awesome. If you guys haven't caught it,
is.
You can rewatch it because it's recorded. It was the opening call, 8 a.m. Central, today. But
yeah, it does look like Jessica is on Wednesday as well. More Jessica Inskip on top. We got.
Am I going to be on with her? Is that what I'm looking at?
I think you are. I think you are. Shout out to the production team. Shout out to the TV team.
Yeah, look at
continuing
this.
to grow this. I saw somebody say in the chat the other day, it was either in the chat or on Twitter, and they were just like, you guys are becoming so professional. I feel like I'm watching CNBC. We don't want to be, I won't say that. Shout out to CNBC.
I would say there's a balance between like too professional and disconnecting with like trading and the reality of what's going on from what we do here. And there's definitely a difference. And I like what we do here at TopstepTV far better than like a CNBC or any of that.
Agreed. Because you can see the actual trade behind it.
Yeah, you can see these markets moving from like a minute, 5 minutes, and we're talking these markets. A headline hits immediately. We're talking about the action. You're seeing trades, and yeah, that's something that you just don't get there.
Yeah.
And you got community members coming on too, right? We always have new members coming on with Trade with Topstep and like Antonio, Yusuf, man, name them, right? We got Enrico, Doom, Mandy came from Hoops VIP.
One of you could be on Topstep TV with us next. Who wants to come on the show? Preferably in an XFA, but
we need to get someone on slow markets.
Ted is a new, fan favorite. Shout out to Ted. Anytime I watch Topstep TV and Ted is on, I'm laughing.
I'm gonna be on with Ted tomorrow. I'll be on with Ted tomorrow. I've been joining it.
I don't know where Ted came from, but
I'm glad he's here.
Yeah, I'm glad he's here.
Yeah, I will be on at 9:30 a.m. So 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will be on, and then he joins me at 10.
Some stuff. I see a lot of people in the chat saying they want to get on Topstep TV. I'm going to talk to Dolby tomorrow, see if we can put out the casting call form in the chat, and anyone who wants to fill that out can maybe come on and join us.
The casting call.
Oil catching a bid here.
NASDAQ
equities.
Yep, that 3-bar reversals. Yeah, whoever took that one. If you were the one that calling it out. So that's where we're coming to the end of this, man. Real slow markets. Like I said before, supply and demand. Always, I moved my slow markets class 30 minutes early because of the demand, right? Someone's saying that like button. That's how I know the traders want it. The more support you're able to do, the more I'm able to give to you, right? You guys want me, Braden, and Jay to be on at the same time? Well, that's more likely going to happen if we get like 700 likes every single night opposed to, say, half that, right? It's like, oh, wow, the community really likes this. So let's put more effort towards this, than that, than this and that. That's how I'm able to judge, and the team's able to see, what you guys want as a community. So, Jay, appreciate you as always. We'll have a conversation about maybe schedule, talk to the team, like, okay, can we do a 3-man weave once a week? Or what that looks like. Obviously, don't want to just sit here and have every single night. Personal life is just as important. So we'll get something figured out if the community demands it. But do you want any last thing before we go?
Trade well, everybody. Manage your risk. The markets will present opportunities. You want to make sure you have an account available to trade those opportunities when they do present themselves. So what you saw me and Dakota do tonight is what trading should probably look like most of the time when the markets aren't doing anything. We're not doing too much. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you all traded well tonight. If you did take any trades, see you for the opening call tomorrow. Let's go. That's it.
Let's go. Take care, everybody. Bye.